Hey, I'm Thomas Campbell with Pitmaster Essentials. Let's fire up the Hasty Bake Legacy and put some chicken thighs on the spit. Today I'm going to be firing up the Hasty Bake Legacy, and we're going to use the rotisserie attachment. And this is going to be kind of a little mini series here I got going for weeknight meals that are fast and easy. So this time I'm going to be using the rotisserie attachment. I picked up a family package of bone-in chicken thighs at my local Aldi. It's about 5.5 pounds. I think there's about 9 or 10 chicken thighs in here. So we're going to actually cook these up on the spit, but they're going to cook up relatively quickly. I anticipate this will be about 2 hours maybe, but we're talking about $8.68 to feed a family, and I have a family of 5, so this is going to definitely feed my family. And what we're going to use is Butcher BBQ Honey Rub. This is one of my favorite rubs to use. Fantastic for chicken. So give me just a few minutes, I'll bring you in a little bit closer and we'll get started. Okay, so like I said, this is a family pack of bone-in chicken thighs. So we're just going to get them out here. And as far as prep goes with these, they're actually going to be pretty easy to prep. I'm pretty much going to knock a little bit of skin off. I think I'm going to use some olive oil as a binder. And then we're going to dust them with the honey rub, and that's going to be about it. Okay, so I got all my chicken thighs out here. So the nice thing about chicken thighs is they have a lot of intramuscular fat inside of here. So this is all going to render down, and it's going to keep it nice and juicy, especially when we got it on the rotisserie. As the rotisserie spins, obviously it's going to help keep the juice in there. But as far as trimming goes, I don't see a whole lot that we're going to need to trim, maybe some of this here, but they actually did a pretty good job with the skin. Okay, so we're just going to take off this little bit of skin right here. And as far as on the inside, there's not really a whole lot in here that I think I'm going to take off. There's a little bit of skin right there. I guess we'll just kind of square it up a little bit. But this is a backyard cook, so we don't have to worry about any kind of competition. And so that looks pretty good right there. You know, nothing fancy. This isn't going to be a competition by any means. You know, I got a little bit of skin hanging off of here, a little bit of muscle, so if you want to, you can square this up as best you can, like that. There's actually, I actually think I'm going to take this. So if you see this right here, looks like a little bit of, I don't know if that's like a tendon or what that is, but I think I'm going to take that guy off. So because I don't know that anybody's going to want to eat that. So toss that off to the side. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, so we got that guy done. So I'm going to move him off to the side over here. Let's grab another one. All right, so this is a little bit more normal. This guy here has got a little bit more fat, a little bit more skin on him. So again, we're just going to go like this, just square it up. Got a little bit here. I'll square this guy up. All right, that looks pretty good. I don't see that little tendon thing over here like I seen on the other one. So we're gonna call that guy done. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and work on the rest of these, and I'll bring you back whenever it's time to dust. Okay, so now we have all the chicken thighs trimmed. So I'm just going to use a little bit of olive oil as a binder. I'm going to put a ton on each of these, just a little bit. Okay, so I got the binder added. I wanted to note that the binder is completely optional. You don't have to use a binder if you don't want to. Like I said, I'm going to go with Butcher BBQ Honey Rub. Fantastic rub. I'd highly recommend that you guys get some of this. I'll put a link in the description below. And so I'm just going to dust these lightly. I'm not worried about a presentation side or a non-presentation side on these. Just gonna press it in there. All right, so we got them flipped over, so we're just gonna hit the bottoms. Nice and light. I'm not gonna put a ton of seasoning on these because they're not a very big piece of meat. Just gonna go with about that much. And then like I always say, you wanna press your rub into the meat. You don't wanna rub your rub. Okay, so now we're going to load them onto the spit. Okay, so we got them all on the spit. I'll put my other clamp on here. Okay folks, so there you have it. So we have all 10 of our chicken thighs on the spit. So give me a few minutes, I'll meet you in the backyard and we'll get these guys spinning. Okay folks, and welcome to the backyard. It is a beautiful day out. The sun was out earlier, but it looks like it's clouded up here a little bit. It's about 75 degrees outside, and it's just about perfect. So the Hasty Bake is coming up to temp. Looks like it's right about 250 degrees, which is about where I wanted it. I'm gonna cook this, like I said, a little slower, around 225, 250. I anticipate this will take, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. So I'll bring you in here a little bit closer, and we'll get these guys spinning. Okay, so I'm going to give these guys about an hour and I'll bring you back at that point and we'll check them and see how they're coming along. Okay folks, I want to show you my setup. So as you can see, I'm right around 230 degrees on the hood. My intake vents are probably about half closed. I have 2 of my exhaust vents closed. And I have the firebox in just below the bake position. And hopefully it's going to keep me right around 230 to 250 degrees, somewhere in there. Okay folks, welcome back. First of all, I want to apologize for the lighting. I had to move into my garage here because I don't know if you can hear it, but the weatherman kind of lied to me. You can see it's raining out there pretty good. This was supposed to hold off for another 3 hours and I thought I could get my cook in, but apparently not. But that's okay. So as you can see, I'm down to about 210 degrees on my hood temperature. So I'm probably going to have to add a little bit more charcoal. And I went ahead and opened up my vents as well. So let's take a look and see how they're coming along. Okay folks, those look incredible. They smell just, oh my gosh, they smell so good. That Butcher BBQ Honey Rub is definitely good for chicken. All right, so we're going to stop the spit. Take a look at an internal temperature here. After an hour and 15 minutes, looks like we're about 146 degrees. So we're shooting for an internal temperature of about 165, 170, somewhere in there. And I'm also going to glaze these whenever they get to about 160. So we're going to give these probably, I don't know, another half an hour or so, and I'll bring you back at that point, and it should be probably about time to glaze. Okay folks, welcome back. So as you can see, after adding a little bit of charcoal, we're up to about 220, 225, somewhere in there. My estimates are a little bit off, and so we're at about the 3 hour mark right now. So let's take a look at them and see how they're coming along. All right, those look phenomenal. They just smell so good. I mean, I don't know what to say. I love cooking chicken. All right, so let's stop that. We'll get a temp check and see how we're coming along. All right, there's where we want to be. We're at 164, 165. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my firebox down while I do this. I got some barbecue sauce here, so I'm just going to put the barbecue sauce, just kind of glaze it. So I glaze it with barbecue sauce, and these are going to be fantastic. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to start this because I got a little bit of a fire down there and I don't want it to burn any of my chicken. So we'll just glaze it as it's going around. Okay, so I just finished glazing the chicken thighs. So we're going to give it probably another 10 or 15 minutes, and then I will meet you in the kitchen, and then we'll see how we did. Okay folks, so welcome to the kitchen. So after cooking in the rain, like I said, the weatherman said it wasn't supposed to rain for another 3 hours, so I guess that's what happens when you do live cooking. So anyways, the chicken breasts have been resting for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, and they smell really great. So let's take a look at them and see how we did. All right, they tacked up nicely. They look great. Can't wait to get into them. Okay, so let's get one of these thighs off of here and see how we did. Okay, so I just pulled a couple of them off of here. This one here is looking like my bite. He's the end piece, so got a lot of barbecue sauce on there tacked up. Looks really good. After the evening that I've had trying to get these guys cooked, I'm just gonna go caveman style. I'm not gonna rip it, not gonna tear it. Let's have a bite, see how we did. Oh my gosh, look at that. So we got a perfect bite. Got some smoke in there. It's dripping on the floor. Now that is a phenomenal piece of chicken. All right, folks. So there's how you do it. Took a little longer than anticipated. Took about 3 hours instead of 2 hours, but still, it's a quick evening meal. So let me know, have you tried to cook chicken on the pit before, or do you have a spit? And have you tried to cook it on the rotisserie as well? And how did it turn out for you? Please let me know in the comments below. And I want to thank you for watching the video this far. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke. And I'll see you in the next one.